Hey, just a quick video here. Captain Jurgens is at it again. He's out there talking shit about the other YouTubers, those guys who ruined AngelesCity, instead of looking in a mirror. So I was out walking the other day. I recorded this rant. That's all it is. It's just a rant for fun. Stay or go. It's up to you. But have a great day regardless what your choice is. Take care. Hey, good morning. It's loud, right? It's very loud. Well, I'm in AngelesCity. I'm here hunting for vloggers. We are on the hunt for vloggers. Hey, so I'm back here. I'm almost done with my walk back here at the Propeller. So, Philly in the Philippines, the Scorebirds pool party, that whole thing just cracks me up. So, Philly, a friend of mine told me to go check out this video. And it was Philly in the Philippines, and he's walking by the Scorebirds, and he's like, oh, the Scorebirds is, you can't video there anymore, and, those YouTubers, they ruined it. Those YouTubers, they ruined it. What a chucklehead, man. I can't believe some of the BS that comes out of these chuckleheads' heads, or minds and mouths, and, it's like, okay. So you make a video of the Scorebirds pool party. You wait until a girl, you scroll through all your video. You find when this girl is on stage, she's in the downward dog facing away from you with her legs spread, and you use that as your screenshot. Now Philly gets what, 20,000, 10,000, 2,000, I don't know. It's got 100K subscribers, so it gets a lot of impressions, right? But he chooses that millisecond to immortalize her, the Scorebirds hotel, and then it's the other YouTubers, those bad YouTubers who changed the rules. They ruined it for everyone. Nobody can video because those other YouTubers, those guys with like 1,000 views, those guys who put up videos with the girls looking beautiful, and it's like, let me break this down for you. And this is happening all over Angeles, and Philly's just a good example of what's happening. And so let's use him as a case study, right? He took that moment to brand the Scorebirds pool party as smut. It went from adult fun to smut, right? And let me break that down for you. So adult fun would be Playboy, would be Hooters, would be anything like that, right? A cabaret show, right? Smut would be Mustang Ranch. Smut would be Hustler magazine. Smut would be some SM club in Europe, right? Not a cabaret show. So when you brand something that way on the internet, and this might go over some people's heads, might go under some people's feet, it's a simple concept. But when you brand something like that, it sticks for a long period of time. So if I'm in America and I'm telling my wife, yeah, I'm going to Angeles, go golfing, do this, do that, and where are you staying? Oh, we're staying at the Scorebirds. Oh, okay. Oh, they have a pool party. Oh, that looks like fun. Now, wife goes on Scorebirds. Since Philly's the number one guy, they get that screenshot. Wife goes, wait, you're going where? No, you find someplace else to go with the boys. You're not going to the Mustang Ranch, right? So you're not going to Las Vegas because the Mustang Ranch is there. You can go somewhere else, right? And that's what's happening in Angeles overall. Angeles is being branded as a Mustang Ranch, as a Hustler magazine. And it's because of these YouTubers and the way they're promoting Expat, the way they're promoting, it to all these sexpats, right? They're promoting sexual tourism instead of promoting the city where you can go have fun. And it's a subtle difference, but it's a subtle difference most places pick up on and most places pay attention to. But when you've got knuckleheads out there doing marketing with a weird marketing scheme, right? You have these mistakes made, and the mistakes are long lasting. Ask Budweiser. Even with Dana White out there stumping for Budweiser, Budweiser's still having a hard time recovering from the Dylan Mulvaney. So how long is it going to take for Angeles to be known as the party city of the Philippines as opposed to the Mustang Ranch of the Philippines? And will it ever? May never, right? When you start looking around what they're doing in the, I'm going to expand the scope of this a little bit, but Angeles, you look at what they're doing, the trikes park on the sidewalks everywhere. I mentioned that in one of the trike videos. The sidewalks aren't being expanded or repaired. They aren't putting in trees on Walking Street. They're doing nothing to make it look and feel like any of the other little party zones around the world. And instead of these expats helping them out, saying, hey, look, if you do this, that will encourage more people to come, encourage more fat asses with fat wallets to come here and party and have a good time, they're just out there promoting the sexual tourism. They're just out there getting their likes and subscribes. Please like, please subscribe. It's the silliest shit in the world, right? But it also tells me they don't grasp what's going on, or they don't care, right? They really don't care. Now, if somebody cared about Angeles and the locals and wanted to help them create a sustainable business system, they would do what Poppy's doing, right? You look at Eric and Mercy and the Drake Hotel, right? They're opening that Poppy's Bar and Chill down there. They're actually going to bring some good food, good service to Walking Street. They're going to set an example that others will follow or fail, and most will follow. And that's what Walking Street needs. Walking Street needs people to go there and create an atmosphere of customer service, create an atmosphere that's safe, create an atmosphere that makes people want to get on a plane and go there. Because if it's just the sexual tourism that people like Philly and ABC, that Deuce Dud guy are promoting, not ABC Hotel, Ace Bachelor Cool, the Deuce Dud, Dudley Do-Right, Dudley Dud. I got to come up with a better name for him, but he is a Deuce and he is a Dud, so I like that. Dudley Dork, Deuce Dork, I don't know. But, Captain Jurgens there, Jurgens commander, he's hell-bent on branding it as a sexual tourism place, and when he chases women down the street with a camera and says that's a Jurgens moment, that's all he's been doing for the last 5 years, is promoting it as a sexual tourism destination. So it's no longer gonna be like, hey, let's drop into Angeles and party for a few nights, because the girl you're backpacking with is gonna be like, no, I ain't going there. It's not worth our time, right? It's just a smut zone. So how do you bring it back? You bring it back by bringing in good food. You bring it back by, mimicking what other places are doing. So I would start by fixing that sidewalk from like the jeepney terminal all the way to Walking Street. So when people are walking down the street, they don't have to, step over nasty water like Philly did in his last video. You don't have to jut out into the street because trikes are parked on the sidewalk. You don't have to, get in an elbow throwing match to get down the sidewalk. And if you plant some trees and do this and do that and just go to any other Walking Street area, whether it's in Kuala Lumpur, whether it's in Tokyo, whether it's in Amsterdam or Poland or Romania, they're all pretty much the same. Good food, really good food, some of the best food in the country usually. Good clubs to have fun for everybody, not just those guys who want to bar find girls. And then they've got a couple girly clubs. But right now, even look at the girly clubs in Angeles, and they're not really girly clubs, they're shopping centers. They're liquor stores or something. You go in, you sit there, and some of the clubs, they've changed. It used to be, you go in and it's a party zone, right? Go and drink, have fun, laugh, joke. Girls are dancing on stage, playing games, chit-chatting, bantering, right? Trying to get you to buy them drinks. Now you go into a lot of these clubs and You sit over there nice and quiet. It's like a sixth grade dance, right? So like a dance with sixth graders. All the guys are over here, all the girls are over here, right? And the guys will, now, what's different is the guy will sit over here and be like, and he'll pick 1, 2, or 3, and then get up and go, and the girl will meet him at the door and they'll leave, right? That's a shopping center. That's a grocery store. That's not a party zone. That's not a fun place. That's not a bar. But that's what it's regressed into. And a lot of it has to do with the way it's branded online. And it's branded online as a smut zone by these YouTubers who incessantly promote sexual tourism. And, it just, deep down, if they thought about it and cared about the community and cared about the people, they wouldn't do that. So there's no good, I would love to hear a good argument promoting their side of this coin and arguing against that. But I can tell you what's going to happen is people are going to call me a bunch of names. They're going to come up with hollow, insults, and they're going to, some of these chuckleheads like Donnie D will probably threaten me again. And none of them will care enough to take the content of what I'm talking about forward to their friends that are locals, right? All these guys with them passports with no wet ink, they're dry passports, right? What are they going to do to make the city better? What are they actually going to do to help the people around them? They're sitting there abusing the women, sucking in the money, creating a culture that is not good for the local environment, not good for anybody. And, they're going to take their money and they're going to leave. They're going to go find a new place to live and say screw it. So what am I doing in the Philippines? I'm not trying to create change. I'm not trying to do this. I'm just trying to poke fun at some assholes who are talking shit online about veterans. That's all this. That's what started all this. Philly went on, had that live stream for 3 hours, talking shit about veterans, making fun of the Blue Cords, making fun of the National Guard, making fun of Bronze Stars, making direct threats of violence. It's all in his live stream, not all out of his mouth, but he didn't object to any of it on his live stream. And he left it up, which is great. And I also kind of take umbrage with the fact that he puts up thumbnails like, what kind of sexpat are you, with a young girl and an old man walking down the street. And did he get permission to put those words next to them? Or is that cyberbullying? And I really hope a local lawyer will go find that girl and find that guy and get them to file a lawsuit against Philly and start taking that money back. Because I think it's wrong. And they can let the courts test it. It's not my fight. I'm gonna go to Philly, go to Angeles, drink a few beers, have some fun, and leave. That's about the gist of my life. Keep moving. But that's where it all started. That's why I made that last rant. And I won't make a lot of these because I'm not here to create change. I'm not here to, I'll help people when I can. And but that's not my goal in life. I'm not out trying to be a Goldfinger, put helmets on kids that, barely wear shoes. I'm not out trying to feed, masses of kids. I'll donate when I can and when it's appropriate. But, my self-worth isn't grounded in trying to impose my values and beliefs on another culture. Now, if you're an expat doing stupid shit on YouTube in another culture, yeah, I may speak up, kind of like I am now. But maybe you shouldn't have made fun of Blue Cords. Maybe you shouldn't have disparaged the Bronze Star. Maybe you shouldn't have made fun of the National Guard. And maybe you should apologize and take that shit down. Just saying. See you soon.